Airlines row 1, column 2, PACX, the snacks and act RTE legs 1. Act RT.
We have got about
Ops 27, FS Airlines row, star untitled, note, form 1, row 1, WW, Lockheed Martin registered, R3D registered, P402, column 2, Lockheed Martin registered.
Complimentary drinks and snacks.
And there's our flight
Please look in your
attendant.
seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks.
SP3DV4 new weather updated.
Premium
I
drinks
just
are
saw you
available
go
for a
live
small
on
charge.
notifications.
Please note that we only accept credit cards.
You just saw what? Oh, okay, good.
I just saw.
I thought you
yeah.
said you saw me go to arrive on notification. I thought you were talking about the sim. I'm like, what? Anyways, right now it's just me and Josh up here on the server. We hung out with Declan earlier. A little bit earlier. That was fun, just hanging out and talking and all that good stuff, just having fun. Brandon is not with us right now. He might join us. He might not. I don't know. I told him about the live stream, so if he comes, great, and if he don't, great. It's up to him. We're not going to, go banging down on his door. So we got about an hour to go, and we will be coming into Anchorage. And I went ahead just to update you guys. As you remember, I had runway 33 was our original runway for the flight plan. But the problem with runway 33 is there was no ILS. Now, normally, I am 100% capable of flying an RNAV. I can do it. I've done it 1,000 times. I can do the flare. I've done all that. That's not my concern, and I'm curious to see if. Let me open up
FS Airlines.
the chat
Normal cursor.
too, real quick.
RS Games Client 4, Restream Chat 6060.
There's
App Start
Restream
Cursor.
Chat.
Normal Cursor.
So if
Normal
you want to
cursor.
join the chat,
Restream Chat
you
row 1,
have
column
that
1.
ability to
App Start
join us
Cursor.
on
Type a
chat.
message.
You
Edit
can
plan.
send a message. Now, I will tell you,
FS Airlines row 1, Lockheed Martin registered, R3D, Lockheed Martin.
I will hear your messages come through if you're watching the live stream through YouTube. Or if you're watching through Twitch. I will not hear a message. I won't even see the message. And I've been trying to get this fixed. It's on Facebook's side. The messages are not relaying from Facebook to.
Well, wait. You're not using the Restream chat client because that's
That is
what you have
exactly
to
what
use
I'm,
to get all
that-
the messages.
That is what I'm using. That's why I
okay.
can get all the messages, but Facebook does not always work. Is what I'm getting at. Sometimes I can use it,
Facebook. I'm pretty
and it
sure
will.
Facebook probably denies Restream's request
Well,
to
I-
get messages
Leone
because
and
they want you
Universe.
to use Messenger.
Sup, dude?
I have already been in communication with someone from the tech side of Facebook, and it is a security thing. It's not that they don't want it to. It's that it keeps blocking it out, even when they think they've got it fixed. That's why the one day I could see messages flooding through and I could read them. And yeah, we've already got. I didn't catch the name, Leone. I didn't catch the name. Anyways, again, thanks you guys for watching. We're going, like I said, we got about an hour to go here, so we're just going to hang out and chat, and hopefully get this bird landed without any
Lockheed Martin registered, pre-park.
complications. So as I said, we had runway 33, but there was no ILS, and the reason that I need an ILS is because there's a lot of mountains that you deal with here in Anchorage, and it could be a bad it could be a bad thing.
Not so much as other remote areas in Alaska.
Leone
but like,
and
there's some
Universe.
there.
There is. Even
Where are you
Declan-
flying to?
Even Declan said there was right there. We were flying to Anchorage, Alaska, and there are some mountains that you got to navigate around. Either way, doesn't matter. We switched to runway 15 with an ILS frequency 111.75, heading 146. That's going to be the ILS frequency and heading for that ILS. I don't know if Declan's dealt with mountains here before, but he warned me. He said, "Yeah, you might have some mountain issues without ILS, but we've got ILS." Yeah, and you are right, Just. There is a lot more mountains as you get further, in some of them more smaller remote areas. There's a lot more to deal with out that way. I wouldn't want to land anywhere else, I don't think. Not.
Oh, I dealt with mountains in Maine the other day on Friday. Like a lot of mountains, passing a lot of them.
Would you fly in, with 2020, I'm guessing?
Yeah. And the AI had to pull up a lot. It had to pull up like,
Oh, I
a
bet.
couple 100 feet and then go back down.
I bet. I'd have been thinking, man, we got a lot of turbulence going here. Yeah, we're flying to Anchorage,
Yeah.
Alaska, is where we're going. Right now, I'll tell you where we're at right now. What can you guys see, by the way? The ones watching, can you see outside? Well, I mean, it's dark.
Leonian Universe. I thought that 2020 wasn't accessible.
Yukon Territory, Canada. Yukon Standard Time.
Well, that's the thing with 2020. Is it is accessible, but you got to turn on the settings to
Leonian
make it accessible.
Universe. Also, I am blind, so can't tell you the
Wait,
graphics.
is somebody
Okay.
chatting about?
I didn't know who was on
Like
chat.
somebody
Okay.
say something?
So we've got a blind viewer. So he didn't think Microsoft 2020 was accessible, is what he said, and it is.
I mean,
You-
it's not accessible in the way that you think of accessibility. It's it's doable. It's workable.
It's very doable.
Yeah, there's workaround. Yeah.
If you
But
use
if
the
you're gonna
AI,
if you think that you're just gonna
well, let's put it this way: the way that I'm flying right now, you won't do that on 2020 without automated flying on all of it, like the landing, the flying, setting altitudes, stuff like that. But really, AI is kind of like we go to autopilot, right? When we take off, the wheels lift up, we go to autopilot, and autopilot does the rest. So it's kind of the same in a way with 2020. 2020, you're using AI. AI will go down the runway.
I need to figure out if there's a way, like with this Easy Controls add-on I found, to bind certain things to the keyboard, because if we can, like, the problem with some of the autopilots is that, like, with TFM, like, yes, you can put in an altitude, but it won't climb or descend because managed altitude is on, and the VNAV, or the simulated VNAV, is broken in a lot of these 2020 aircraft, so it won't just like automatically start climbing or descending.
Right.
You have to like turn on and off altitude hold
The other
with
thing to tell
TFM,
you
because
is this
we
too,
can't
though.
turn on the
Like, and Josh, you know this as much as I do. Flying the plane, you're going to have a lot more fun if you fly the small planes, like the Cessna 172 to 152.
Oh yeah.
The Diamond, all them smaller planes. Yeah, it's still AI, but you could.
I mean,
you could fly with.
I like those.
AV
I
type.
like those planes because they're like small, bite-sized, flights. They're not like 2-3 hours.
So
They're like
if
maybe
you
1
wanna-
hour piece max.
Yeah, if you want to fly with 2020 with the small planes, go sign up for AV type. I think that's pronounced AV. It's
Aviatype.
AVI. Is it AVIA?
A TIFE.
Yeah, AVIA.
TIFE. Yeah.
TIFE.com. So again, that's A Alpha Victor India Alpha
Alpha
Tango India
Tango.
Foxtrot Echo.com. AVA TIFE TIFE.
AVA type, yeah.
Let me see if I can put it in the chat for you.
Restream
That
chat row
might
1
help you
column
out a
2.
little bit. Let's do that.
Restream chat row 1 column. Button.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I mean,
for you
granted,
if
I
you
still
wanna check
kinda
it
had-
out. Here you go.
Granted, I still kind of had fun in the.
There, I put the link
I still
in the
had
chat.
fun in.
Button.
Sorry,
I
Brandon.
still had fun
Registered
with
pre-par 3D
2020 in the Airbus.
Lockheed Martin registered
I
pre-par
still had fun in 2020 in the with the Airbus the other day, flying. Like
I
a
mean, it
2
is
hour or
fun,
so
but
flight
it's
from-
it's frustrating because it doesn't land the way that I don't like the way it does the landing. Most of the time, it's going to do a go around.
It
90% of the time, it will
if
do a
I-
go around.
I actually it didn't for me this time, and I think that's because, I mean, there wasn't much traffic around, but I also had it on, you know, I had the stupid live players thing off, so like, I wasn't getting bombarded with live
Yeah, so
players
maybe
coming
try
in.
that. Mine's doing that stupid thing now. This whole time I've been flying with the small plane, never did I go through that message about the altitude. Now it's doing it since I did the update, reinstalled. Now I'm getting that stupid message all the time about vector altitude.
Yeah, this is
It's
what I
annoying.
usually do. What I've done for the past, like
Lockheed
I've done
Martin
all this
registered.
all day Friday.
Distance to descent 392/0:05647.
today. I pretty much today I went VOR VOR to VOR, VFR VOR to VOR, and ATC won't mess with you because it's not gonna tell you to go to a specific altitude. I think I think it depends on the plane. Like I'm flying the Cessna Caravan, and the stupid Cessna
Jesse
like
at
it only go to like
123.
I don't know 600-700
Wow, how
feet
long
to
is the
stay
flight?
there. Like the autopilot, the AI loves to fly the Cessnas that low.
Jesse, this
But
flight
like
in
the
total
Caravan
was
goes up to like 10,000.
this flight in total was 6.5 hours. So, I stopped it when we did the live stream earlier. I stopped and said, you know
Jesse
what,
at
we'll come
123.
back about an hour.
Wow, hope you
of
ate
landing.
something.
So, well, yeah, that's why I didn't stay live the whole time. But now we're back because we've only got
Distance to descent 385/0:056:2.
56 minutes to go. So, and hopefully with the new runway selected and all that, we'll have a good landing here. Is what I'm hoping for. Fuel.
What I will say is
Total fuel 9,926.1.
with 2020 with the new update, like Sim Update 9, I think the whole go around thing has been nuked. Like they fixed the whole go around thing where you're constantly gonna be going around
Jesse of
when landing
123.
jets and stuff.
Is that a free
Because
plane
they
or
made
a
it so that the
PMDG?
AI like is not gonna get constantly, you know,
No, Jesse.
Okay.
If I'm flying on P3D, it's definitely not a free plane. It's PMDG. It's the 737. Actually, the 739 extended range. But guys, we are at
Total fuel 9,863.
9,863 pounds of fuel. This is going to be close. It's going to be close. It should make it.
Jesse of 123. Wow, hope you make it.
Yeah, like I said, let me look at total time. That's going to be.
Distance to destination 499/0:11242.
Jesse of 123.
yeah. Go look on the
You
progress
have
page.
one shot at the landing.
No, I'm not worried about the landing. We'll get landed. It's a matter of, if I can get the
Oh, yeah.
ILS. Well, Jesse said that you get one shot. Well, you're right. I will get one shot, but I don't intend on. I don't see no need to do a go around because there's, I'm not on VATSIM, number one. I mean, I've done go around before, but not very often I've had to do that.
Jesse of 123. What I have done when I do the decent is
Yeah,
I use
man, I will
level
say though
change.
that like 2020, it appears in this beta that they fixed the AI to where the player is not going to have to go around so much. You may have to go around like once, but you want to be going around like 3 or 4 times like you had before.
Jesse said what he does is he said he does the level change. I don't really need to do level change because I still got to
No,
follow.
you don't need to do that.
I still got to follow the rules of not being able to do my descent until I get there. So, unless the waypoint is really, at the most, I might come in. I might need to drop faster.
I mean,
But I don't,
with flight level
so.
change mode, you're basically not following the glide
SP3DV4
path.
new weather updated.
That's
Decoded
kind
text.
of
Yeah, and I
missing the
don't-
whole
I
point
don't
of the
wanna do
PMDG. You're
that,
supposed to.
Because I got to catch a glide slope at 3,000, and I want to be. I really want to be on that path when it's time to grab it, especially here in Anchorage. If you miss
Declan
it,
desktop logged onto the server. Declan desktop join channel to hangout.
I don't know. We'll see what
Declan
happens.
desktop left channel to hangout. Declan desktop join channel.
But
Alright,
What's up?
hi guys.
hey,
Came back
Declan,
for a little bit.
I don't see no need to do that though, Jesse. What do I need to do flight level change for? That would be. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
I mean, you don't need to. Like you're not like on VATSIM. You're not in a rush. Like there's no traffic around.
No. He said
Yeah, you don't need level change.
Yeah, he said he normally does level
Only
change.
time you need to do
Jesse
flight
at 123.
level change.
That's
you
on
The
want
only
to
time you
learn
need to do
points
flight
on
level
the star
change
on
mode
time.
is when like VATSIM is rushing you down.
You got a
Well,
VNAV path
traffic
there,
or
you can
whatever.
follow it.
Yeah. Well, what I did, Declan, too, I switched. I found a runway that has an ILS. So I switched to runway 15. It's got everything in there nice and neat. So we should be good. We should be good now.
Should be good, yeah.
My concern is the fuel.
Total fuel 9,500 1 point.
I've got 9,500 pounds of fuel, and
Ooh, wow, that's tight.
descent
Distance to
distance
descent 352/0:051:6.
is 50 minutes.
Oh.
I mean, what's your
you-
fuel
you-
burn right now? If you
Andy,
do,
desktop. Andy,
right
desktop,
bracket
Jesse
F.
at
channel.
123.
what's your fuel burn?
I landed
Fuel
in
flow.
Fairbanks.
How many
Hours,
pounds an
every
hour
hour,
are you
24
burning?
What is it, right bracket F?
Total fuel 9,400.
Yeah, it'll tell you how much fuel you got, and then it tells you-
1,411.8
tells you
Total
how
fuel
many
flow,
pounds per hour.
54.77.
Okay,
Total
let's
fuel
see.
9,446.6 pounds. 1,410.1 gallons. Total fuel flow 61.24.
6124.
Right. So yeah, you could probably fly for another hour and a bit.
Okay. Yeah,
You're burning 61.24 per hour, so you should just about make it, but yeah. It's a tight one.
it's going to be tight, but I think we'll be all right.
That's a tight one.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, to answer your question, Leone, I think is his name. If you wanna, you wanna go try it out, by all means, But if you're wanting to fly like, you're flying for a virtual airline or something, don't do it with 2020. Do it with P3D. It's gonna be a lot more. It's just gonna be more successful. I mean, I'll be honest with you. He was asking Declan if 2020 was accessible, and I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, it is if you know to go around, and like
Andy,
me and
desktop,
Josh
left
said.
channel route. Andy, desktop logged out of the server.
See you later, bud.
Yeah, okay, bye. Oops.
But yeah, so like if you know how to do that stuff, and it's fun for the small planes, but
I mean, if
I won't fly it for the
if you
big
want to
shit- for the
fly
big
a
stuff.
virtual airline,
Won't do it.
if you want to fly online with I mean, no. If you want to play offline on a virtual airline with 2020, you could do that because there's no risk. Like there's no.
Yeah, you could definitely try it out that way and see
Especially
how you
with
like it. But
You could let the AI
Especially
fly,
with this-
yeah.
yeah, that's
yeah,
what
I mean,
I said.
especially well.
I mean, I've done A320neo flights with it, and it's been a... the approaches are interesting.
My
but
thing is
it
that
depends what you want.
my thing is that go around. 90%
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the time it will do a go
doesn't-
around.
It comes in way too
90%.
fucking fast, and then
Yeah,
tries to
it-
slow down and like fucking...
I think that
Crazy.
in Sim Update 9 they fixed the whole go around thing, which it's not nice. I haven't had to do a go around since I had the beta, which is maybe like once, which is like normal, not compared like
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
6
but did
times,
they
like
actually did they
couple
fix
weeks
it
back.
coming? Did they actually fix it where it's not coming in fast like that when it gets to 10,000 feet? Or is it just going to land no matter?
No, it well the if you put like an ILS approach in, ATC will actually tell you, if ATC tells you, and usually they will, if you put an ILS like it literally select an ILS approach in the
But
on the
even
world
if
map.
you don't, dude, like if you select the regular flight plan that you got that you load, and it's an RNAV, it should still come in at a speed that is required for RNAV, not,
It just comes into... my problem was it would
Yeah,
like be
the-
at 250 knots
Leonia
at 2,000
universe.
feet, and then it would suddenly
I
go,
need to
oh
get a
shit, we
better
need to slow
computer
down,
before
throw out the
flying,
gear, throw out the
and
flag.
Yeah,
I'll probably
like-
get P3D so I can do
I
it
think
that
there's
way
a
because
bug
it's
with,
more
like-
accessible.
where like it's supposed to select an automatic approach, but it doesn't actually select any approach, and it just comes straight in.
yeah, if you're gonna
So you have to select.
go ahead, Josh.
So you have to select either an ILS or an RNAV. Like I noticed that RNAV, like it
Distance to
puts
descent,
if
320
you select an
0,
RNAV approach, it puts the
047
runway directly in the flight plan, so it takes you directly to it.
All right,
and
so he was just saying that
seems
he
to
needs
slow
to
you
get
down too.
a different computer. I will tell you, for 2020, you do need a computer that has. Well, if you go to the page, it's going to tell you the requirements and stuff, and show you what you need. I would recommend that, but
You need at least you need a video card that's not integrated graphics.
and I'll tell you this
you
too.
need
If
a CPU that's relatively good.
just go to the page and look, it's going to tell you everything you need. I mean, it's more than just a video card. There's other factors as well. But for P3D, you can do P3D4 with even a slower computer. I mean, if you wanted to, take up flying, you could do that. Start out with P3D4.
Yeah, I know Leonian. He was talking on my stream yesterday about using the Xbox, which personally I wouldn't recommend trying to use 2020 on the Xbox. I mean, you
No.
could,
No,
but it's really not the
Because-
best experience.
Yeah, you're not.
it's not because it's not you're not gonna have the OCR that you have in the computer. You're not gonna have the it's not the cursor. You're not gonna be able to move it around as freely. And, yeah, it's.
I mean, you're
Even
gonna,
if you get a shitty laptop
yeah,
and you use P3D version 4, it's probably going to be a better experience.
that's gonna be a better way for you
Yeah.
to experience flying, because you're not going to get it with the Xbox at all, not at all. So hopefully, good luck to you. Hopefully you can get you something to fly with so you can join the community. Well, you can still join the community even while you're not flying and you're just learning.
Jesse of 123.
You are welcome to.
I have
Actually,
used
I tried-
2020 on Xbox with the
I
new
tried it
features
on the
in
You're
Windows
welcome
11
to
Pro.
join us
And
on.
okay.
We have WhatsApp. Yeah, hold on 1 second. We have WhatsApp. You can join, and you're welcome to do that. And even while you're working on getting stuff, there's a lot you could learn, from just talking to us and hanging out. So go ahead, Josh.
I actually tried it on the Xbox, and I can't even I guess it's got an on-screen keyboard that comes up that's not accessible. I mean, the regular Xbox keyboard for other
That ain't
games
gonna
is,
work.
but I've
Leonia
it comes
Universe.
up and it's
I am on the Discord.
if you can't type in your departure airport, you're not gonna get
okay.
anywhere.
Leona, yeah, I don't. I've not been on the Discord for quite a while. But that's cool if you're already on the Discord and stuff. That's cool too. If you ever want to join the WhatsApp, just get a hold of somebody, Declan or me or Josh or someone, and we can help you.
Leah, I think it's Leo. If you want, I think you have me on Twitter. So if you want in the WhatsApp, direct message me on Twitter.
There you go. Message Josh, and he'll send you the info for the WhatsApp. We'd love to have you there, man. And it's all about helping each other, and you know, it's nice to have a new person joining the crowd. So.
Yeah, I see him in a lot of streams, BVI streams. I mean, we have a girl on another server who's never flown, but knows a hell of a lot about procedures and VATSIM just from observing us flying.
And by the time she starts flying, she's gonna be
that's
she's gonna have it down.
That's the thing. Like, you're talking about Hope. Yeah, like Hope knows quite, a lot just from watching.
44 minutes, folks.
Total fuel 8,685 points.
Shoo, man. I know I got time with this fuel, but it still makes you nervous. Like, oh boy, is it gonna make it?
Yeah, gonna be coming in on fumes.
I mean, you know, when me and Declan started YouTube, like, you know, there wasn't, you know, half of this
Declan,
stuff.
at least
we had to just learn.
At least for the company, we didn't waste no money on fuel on this one.
Yeah, it was all planned. It was just a cost-cutting measure. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is my second flight that I've ever done here. I think the first flight wasn't even... Gosh, it's been a long time since I've been over here. So... Do you fly over here very much, Declan, to Anchorage? Or no?
Anchorage, no. I may have only been there once.
I wonder who did this one. Someone gets...
Yeah.
It was already built, so I just picked it. I'm like, yeah, I'll fly that.
I think Brandon did it. Brandon did it once.
Alaska, yeah, has some interesting airports. A lot of terrain. Some airports.
Yeah, I would be scared going
Juneau.
to a lot of them other airports because
yeah,
there's a lot.
What was that one you did, Josh, with FSX Pilot back in the day?
I wish that Chilcoot Air was around. I'd bet FS 2020 would be more successful there than freaking the Pilot.
Yeah, and it kept hitting the mountain. Boom, boom. It was like bouncing around.
Yeah.
Oh, you kept on crashing.
It kept like, because crash detection was off or whatever. It kept like hitting the mountain and then coming back and hitting the mountain and coming back. It's like boing.
Yeah,
boing.
I had to like raise the altitude. I had to like raise the altitude manually and then go fly over it and then come back down.
I
again.
remember
But like, it's hard to know how high. I didn't know the elevation of the mountain, so I didn't know how hard to fucking raise the thing. I gotta go like 12,000 feet and then come back in.
We were looking at this, you know, at different places to take off from, and I said, okay, I'm gonna try to take off.
Jesse of 123.
They've got an airport.
I will never forget when
Mount
Declan
Everest.
crashed taking off
And
from Las Vegas.
Every plane I tried to use to take off from that place, it was impossible. Impossible. I just kept crashing. I'm like, all right, we're gonna give this one up. Could you imagine flying into that airport, knowing the way that airport is, Declan, is it's got a downslope, and at the end of the airport, the runway is a cliff, literally a drop off. I would be a nervous wreck landing, even just landing. I'd be like, nope, don't want to go there, folks.
Jeez, yeah.
It's a self, like what do they call that? There's no ATC there. There's no, you know, the airport is not managed. You go in there, it's a pretty yucky airport as well, like on the inside. I watched the video on it. There's nothing to it. Like, I wouldn't want to fly there. No way.
Distance to descent 271/0 cold.
I've been experimenting with little nav map today, and I figured out how to make a plan without messing around with the stupid map and like messing around with like tabbing around all this shit. Because it has a cool like fuel planner in it. I was really getting sick and tired of just trying to guess my fuel quantity for these smaller planes. And SimBrief doesn't have a lot of these airports that Aviatype is making me go to.
I didn't think that little nav map. Last time I used it, it was so inaccessible.
Well, there's a web server you can use. Like you only use the program to make the flight plan, and then you can load it in the web server, and you can see as you're flying, like you can see the waypoint you're headed towards, what time you're gonna be there, how much fuel you're gonna have. You can see how much fuel you're gonna have at your destination. So like, it'll give you like like block fuel more or less, and you put it in. You tell Aviatype to put that in.
Maybe sometime show me how to.
I'll have
do
to.
that.
I'm probably gonna do a YouTube video. I'm gonna probably do a YouTube video on it.
Well, I'll still probably have you show me because that YouTube video is on your to-do list, and that might be another month. I know how them go. He'll say, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that video," and you're like, you're waiting and waiting. Like, hey, what about that video? Oh yeah, I need to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm not like yeah, well, crap. I don't know if he's listening. I won't. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I just think.
Distance to descent 258/0:03628.
Yeah, I'll get that done. I'll get it done eventually. But I will.
Distance to descent 258/0:03618.
Or something.
Got about 36
'Cause
minutes,
I
you
just-
guys, till
I didn't-
descent.
Same thing with the 7.4. I got to show you a 7.4, John, at some point. I did a live stream with it yesterday. You could go watch, but I'm not really describing what I'm. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm kind of racing through the setup of it because it's a stream, really, not a tutorial. But
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
because you got the 7.4 and the 777, right? I mean,
CMDA off.
you bought them, so you want to use them. So.
Command A on.
CMDA on.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that.
Man,
I know the 7.4 is definitely flyable, and I'm like, I was
Oh, yeah,
saying
they're
that
both
the other day, I
flyable.
was like, I need to get with Declan and have him do a run through with me because I know it's a nice. I love the way that plane sounds. It's got really. It sounds good. It flies good too. Like I've seen other people fly them, and it's a nice jet. Really nice jet.
I wonder if I really wish. I really hope that when PMDG releases the 7.3 for 2020, that I hope they would
20
update
feet per minute.
the packages for the P2D ones too, because I like with the 2020 versions they're getting all three variants in one package. So like the base package of the 700, you get the freighter, the passenger,
Right.
and the business jet, and like we have to buy those separately with P2D.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the prices. I wouldn't be surprised if each package is a lot higher, though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if
yeah.
the 700 is going to be like nearly $100 just because you get all the packages in one. We'll have to see. I would be very interested to add it all up.
That's my guess too. I bet the packages are going to be.
Because you get a lot of variants.
Yeah,
But
you
who
do.
knows? But I wonder if you have it in P3D if you get a discount. Because I'm sure I remember them saying back when they released the P3D one that if you bought P3D.
Yeah, apparently you get a $99 credit when you. Well, apparently there was like some. If you had the P3D version for a certain amount of time, you get a $99 credit added to your.
Okay.
Oh my
well,
God,
I don't know.
I've had P3D for.
Well, we should have had it for enough time, so hopefully.
I would think so. I would definitely think so.
Had it for at least a year.
240/0:03355.
Yeah, well, you've had it as long as I have, Declan, because me and you, I got it right around when you got yours. So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much been a year since we got into PMDG.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
been
a little more, but
It's been about a year, yeah. But for those, those.
Yeah, it was like a
for-
year ago.
For those people that don't buy P3D and use a backdoor, you're out of luck. You're paying the full price, pal.
oh yeah, you should get a cracked version.
Oh yeah.
Pay up, people. I was teasing. I don't know if you was in here earlier, Declan. I was teasing. Yeah, you was in here when or was you? I told Brandon. I said,
Maybe I'd gone. I went for a bit.
I said, you're the cheapest simmer because you don't buy no simming equipment.
No, people buy it for him.
That's
But,
what
you know.
he's like, no. I'm like, and then he said something like, he said, well, the ones that don't sim are the cheapest ones. And Josh is like, no, they don't sim, so they can't be the cheapest simmer because they don't sim.
No, Brandon is the what was it? Smart price simmer. He's the smart price option.
Yeah, he's what you call the smart shopper. Y'all want tips on
Smart shopper, yeah. Bargain hunting.
Oh gosh. I don't know. One of these days I might sit down and add up, and I guarantee you, if I add up everything in simming, I know I'm going to reach the 500 mark. Guaranteed.
I don't even want to know. I
Easy.
bet it's
Easy.
thousands.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It would scare me. Same with, I mean, I was looking on just on VATSIM alone, I have nearly 1,400 hours, and that's only on VATSIM. I've flown a lot offline, you know. So
Yeah.
I thought, Jesus Christ, I wonder how many hours that is. You know, that's like days, and you know.
I mean, I have well over like 500 hours in FSX Steam.
Not
Like,
only
I-
that,
Steam my Steam games page.
If I think about like the stuff that I bought, like not as far as equipment, like I'd reach 500 easy with all the stuff here, but if I also think about all the stuff that we pay for online, like the Navigraph and you know all that, yeah, I probably won't share that price with you listeners, because
Yeah.
you know what,
Let's share it with the
don't mind,
fucking
though.
family.
You know, I don't mind. I'm okay with it. You know, it's
just like any other hobby. I think people, you know, like when you tell people, like family or whatever, like, oh, this is how much I spent on flights, and they'd say, fucking, you know, you're crazy. But like, it's the same as any other hobby. You know, other hobbies you might have travel
Yeah, let's go to,
expenses, you
like,
might
you
have
know,
equipment.
Go to a nephew and say, well, what did you spend to play baseball last year? Or
Yeah,
what
exactly.
did you spend to play paintball? You know, you got here paintball used to be a big thing. I think it still is. And I mean, you're talking $300 or $400 for a gun, just the paintball gun itself. You know,
Yeah.
not counting the air tank they buy for it and the balls and the the gear. And I mean, it's no different. No different.
No. Just because we don't, you know, have to go anywhere to do it.
I mean, I will put it out there now, and I'm sure you guys would agree. Simming is not a cheap hobby. It is not.
No, it's not.
If
No.
you want to sim, and this is to anybody that's new, right? If you want to sim and you want to at least get the experience of really simming, prepare yourself to spend something.
Get those fat stacks out. You're gonna need them. You know.
Yeah, and you're going to need that autopilot, control box. It's got the lights.
Oh yeah.
No, but I think generally, you could start up probably comfortably,
Yeah.
a couple $100, and you could be.
But don't be Ron. Don't waste money. Come and ask the community what works and what doesn't. Don't
Yeah.
spend all your money on bullshit stuff. There's a lot of stuff you don't need.
Exactly, and don't donate to certain projects when projects are broken. Don't do that either. That's different. Anyway, you're going to spend money either way it goes, but just be smart about it. I think that's the best way to say that. Oh, let's see where we're at here. I gotta find
Distance
that
to descent
setting.
205/0:02857.
Alright, we got about 28 minutes until descent, so
Distance to descent 204/0:02849.
204 miles, so. Declan, there is a setting somewhere, and I know there is, I just don't know what it's called, so that if I hit my yoke or my trim wheel, it won't make it go to auto, like if I do it now, it turns off my autopilot. If I accidentally bump my,
Oh yeah.
I can't think.
It's called like autopilot disconnect. You can have it on realistic or
Yeah,
whatever
I
the other
that, I need to turn that off because my right hand is,
Leonian Universe.
I
have
know,
like a $2,000 budget for a computer,
not even
so
6
probably
inches
won't
from
be
the
a
trim
problem
wheel
to
on the
start with.
Bravo. Oh, well, Leo, if you've got a $2,000 budget for a computer, that'd definitely get you a good computer for simming, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah.
He said he's got about a $2,000 budget.
2,000 is, yeah, that's perfect. You
And
could
I'd
probably
say
spend
that's
even
about-
less than that.
Yeah, you could probably get out the door with a little bit less than that. And
Maybe 1,500. You could get a decent, but just whatever you can afford. Like people always ask, you know, oh, what specs do I need? You know, what's the best I can get? I mean, the best you can get is what you can afford. Just the most you can afford, and get the best you can for that.
And
You
just try
know,
to
there's
get
always
the-
going to be something
yeah.
better.
just try to get
But
the best
you
computer
know.
you can for the best amount of money that you can afford. So, if it's $1,000, well, find a computer for $1,000 that has decent specs to it. You know,
Mhm.
with P3D4, I'll tell you right now, you could get a computer that's got 8 gigabytes, and you know, an 8 gigabytes of RAM. You could sim with that, with you know, P3D4 anyways, not 5. 5, you're gonna need better than that, but
Oh yeah.
there's other specs too. It's not just
Yeah.
RAM.
I mean, if you spend it on a com- on a,
You
if
don't
you
gotta have a
spend your
video
whole
card
budget
for
on a
P3D4.
computer,
So
no. You do for 5, even more powerful than what you would for 2020, which is like scary. It's crazy to me.
yeah. The best way to do it, if you want to get the specs on, if you really want to know what the specs that, you know, that you really need to be looking at, go to the P3D website, and it will tell you the specs required. Does it still even list P3D4? I don't know if it does or not.
Yeah, I don't know. They sell P2DB4 anymore? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
I mean, you can still buy it, I think. I mean, I'm gonna say 16 gigs of RAM is ideal. If you're looking at version 5 or 2020, you probably want a 20 or 30 series graphics card. And then CPU, well, CPU's kind of any, you know, modern Ryzen or Intel is good. I will say you can get the Ryzens, the new ones, the 5600, the Ryzen one. If you can get that for a desktop, that thing runs really nicely.
yeah.
But any of the modern ones will do a good job generally.
But that's cool that you
Distance to
already
the
got
cent
an idea.
177
of
slash
kinda
0
what-
colon 025 colon
It's
9.
good to know what you've got to spend. That's a good starting point. So at least you got
Yeah.
your base covered there. That's good to hear, man. We have a lot of fun. You know, we have the. I think Declan usually will try to host an event. You know.
Roughly once every
yeah,
couple months.
Yeah. At least.
Sometimes more frequently, sometimes less, depending on our schedules, because we're all busy. But
And that's always fun. And
Hey,
you know,
Declan, did you have? Cause
go ahead, Josh.
you were. Well, no, you were talking about your VATSIM hour. You know how many VATSIM hours you have. Have you surpassed Tyler yet, or is Tyler still like
I doubt it, to be honest with you.
king of it?
I didn't check, but Tyler would. Man, yeah, he does crazy long. Well, he doesn't do it so much anymore, but he used to. He would do like 15-hour flights or something on
Universe.
VATSIM. But of
Here
course,
is
you know,
my
like
specs.
he would just set it up
Intel
and do his
graphics
work, and then
600,
you know, like
16 gigs of
just
RAM,
leave it on VATSIM, you know,
256
on his
gig
speakers, so we
SSD,
could hear if you got a
Intel
contact
Core
or whatever.
i5
So
processor with 8 threads and 2
Yeah.
logical processors.
I caught 2 logical processors. Let me go to that chat window.
Restream chat row 1 column 2. Restream chat
See
document.
what you said.
Leonian
There you
Universe.
go.
Button. Leonian Universe header clickable. Land. Clickable. Out of header Leon button. 202905. Subdued. Leonian button. 203023 button set button connected chat button unavailable clickable type of message edit. Clickable menu. Threads and 2 logical. Here is my specs. It is
Here's my specs.
Intel graphics 616
Intel graphics 600
gigs of
16
RAM.
gigs of
256 gig SSD.
256
Gig
gig
SSD.
SSD.
Intel Core i5
Intel Core
processor
i5
with
processor with
threads
8
and
threads
2
and
logical
2 logical
processors. Clickable menu button submenu
processors.
space out of menu button clickable type of message edit space button Leonine Universe
You mean that's what you've looked at getting?
button 2030-23 where are you flying to button
I guess that's what he's saying.
button
Where did he put that?
It's on. You should see it in the YouTube chat. You should. Unless
Oh,
you,
YouTube.
2032
That's
also
alright, I'm on
combined
the Twitch
three
one.
screen
Maybe
audio.
that's,
oh, okay.
maybe that's why.
http:// button 2039 button set button connected button unavailable clickable type of message edit
I think he's watching this through. You watching this through YouTube, Leo?
Leonian Universe. That is my current
Here
laptop
is
specs.
16 gigs of RAM.
Lockheed Martin registered pre-R3D at Lockheed Martin registered pre-R distance to descent 157/0:02224
Yeah, so the 16 gigs of RAM looks good.
1017.0 gallon
Oh my.
total fuel
Intel Core i5 with yeah, I mean that'll do the job. You could up that processor a little bit, that might be good, but I don't know about the graphics card. Usually we're using Intel graphics card, you know, the 20 or 30 series. Looks like you're using a Ryzen graphics card. You'd have to say how much VRAM does that graphics card come with. You probably want about one with. If you're looking at P3DV5, probably one with about 4 gigs minimum for the, because the video cards come with dedicated VRAM for themselves. So yeah, you were going to want one with at least 4 gig.
22 minutes, Declan, till descent, and I've
total
got
fuel 6,731.7 pounds 1,004.8 gallons total fuel flow 60
pounds of fuel. I should make it. I think I'll make it.
Yeah, make an announcement to the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, if the engines do shut off at any point, please know that we've run out of fuel. Please do not be alarmed.
I hope you brought your parachutes. If not, you can do the old
Leonian
put
Universe.
your head between your legs and
It only has 2 gigs of
Hope for the
VRAM.
best.
hope for the best, folks.
Yeah.
Cause we're just going to glide in. I think I'll make it, man. The thing about making your plane drop faster too is technically you're making the motor because you're still controlling your speed, so the engine's really, you still got it working hard to keep your engines at a certain speed, but it's still dropping quick, but the speed is still, so I don't think that would save you fuel doing a quick drop, to be honest.
No, it wouldn't, because although you drop quicker, you're just going to have to level out for longer when you get down there
Yeah, exactly.
to make up the room, so it doesn't help. Oh, that's your current specs, Leo, okay. And you has 2 gigs of VRAM. Yeah,
2 gigs of
I can
VRAM.
I can definitely see why you need upgrades there. You might be able to run, well you would be able to run P3D version 4
4.
on that.
Yeah.
Do 4, probably, yeah. Shouldn't have any issues with 4.
But if you wanted to, fly with P3D5 or test out 2020,
Yeah,
don't
you'd
even
need an
try it.
upgrade.
Yeah, don't even try it. But there's nothing wrong with P3D4. I mean, it's it's still
Yeah,
good.
it's still supported.
distance to
It's still
descent 137/0:01931
All right, 19 minutes.
Hey, Declan, when
Distance to
do
descent
you leave back for
136/0:01925.
university? You got another week left or so? Or keep going back?
Yeah, the 20th of April we go.
Okay.
And then we will be back June, end of June, mid to end of June. I mean, again, like usual, I'll still be around and available. I just won't be doing events
Yeah.
and flying around,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because we got to do fucking exams and
Yeah,
bullshit
finals
at
are
university.
coming up for me too. I've got 4 weeks of college left. 'Cause I graduate in May, and it's just gonna
Nice.
be busy. In a few weeks, it's gonna be really busy because what I did was
Yeah.
there's a main class you got to take
Leonian
for,
Universe.
whatever it is that
I
you're
might just do the
studying.
$9 for the
And
monthly license.
So what I did was, instead of overwhelming myself this semester, I'll graduate in May, but then I still have a summer class I got to take because I got a big test that I got to do for that as well. It's not a pass or fail. It's more like take this test, show us what you learned. You're going to pass either way. It's not a pass or fail, but you got to take the class. I know it's kind of weird, but
You might just do the $9 monthly license. Yeah, Leo. I would say that would be the best idea.
what is it? $9? I missed what is it? What about $9?
That's the developer license. You can get a $9 license for P3D. That's what Daryl did for a
Oh
while.
yeah, you could do that. Yeah, dude. That'll get you started.
I mean, the nice thing about that
And
is
you can
that
join us and crash with the rest. Fly with the rest of us. No, I'm kidding.
well,
The descent,
the
123/0
nice
code
thing about
01738.
that license is that you can try
17
both
minutes,
P3D,
folks, left,
V4, and
10%.
V5. If V4 runs, you know it runs. If V5,
Distance
you
to
get a
descent,
new computer and
122/0
you're still on that
code
license, you
017.
can try it, and if it
Ladies
runs,
and
great.
gentlemen, it's not necessary to wear your seatbelt, because if we run out of fuel, it's going to be rough regardless. So you can take off your seatbelt, run around the plane, bounce, jump, scream, it doesn't matter. If we run out of fuel, you are screwed. Free liquor for everyone. Drink away, drink up. Get everybody drunk, even the toddlers. They're going to need it.
Add to the chaos.
No, I think we'll...
Total fuel,
There was a
6,291.2
funny
pounds,
safety
total fuel
thing
flow,
for FS
57.44.
passengers back in the day.
6,200. So we'll be all right here.
Where
Distance to descent,
I guess there was a
117/0
real
code 01643.
flight attendant who
As long as there's no mess
like-
up on the ILS or anything, well, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
there was a real like airline flight attendant who literally like I guess impersonated like Samuel L. Jackson in like Snakes
let me
on a
tell you
Plane
what.
and like made a safety announcement,
Oh my gosh, there's a
and
channel
somebody
that,
took that.
Go ahead, John.
Somebody took that and basically put it in FS Passengers as a safety announcement. That's what was so cool at FS Passengers is that it was so customizable.
There's a channel that me and Declan watch. Declan, you know what I'm talking about. It shows all these crazy flights. You shared it with me, Declan. They show it's nothing but flights that things go wrong, crashes and crazy crashes and stuff.
Oh, air crash or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Air crash
that's
investigations.
a really good channel. You guys should check it out sometime. Just look up air crash investigation. There's some good ones on there, like the one I watched. They're all trying to figure out why the landing gear lights, one of the lights isn't coming on, and the plane's doing a descent slowly, little at a time, a little more, a little more, a little
Yeah.
more, and too late to fix that little mess up. I forget what caused it. I think the co-pilot bumped the yoke or something. I forget.
Yeah, there's that Eastern 401. They put it on autopilot to try and sort the landing light,
Yeah.
or the
Leonian
lights on the
Universe.
gear, and
104/0
I'm
code
subscribed to
01454.
them.
accidentally
They are
bumped the
awesome.
yoke, and no one noticed till they hit the swamp in the Everglades.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That'd be crazy. I've actually seen some of them. People say that no one ever survives plane crashes. That's not true. I've seen more than one on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
that
people
crashes,
survive.
and, I mean, some people don't want to fly ever again, but can't really blame them.
Distance to descent, 100/0 code 01425.
Depends where you sat in the plane, and it also depends how it crashes.
Yeah.
If you smash into the ground at 500 miles an hour, then you're probably dead. If you crash on landing, then, well, you're at a slower speed and there's safety personnel nearby, so, you've got a better chance.
Yeah, there was a flight. One of my tutors that I have, she said there was a smaller plane, and they were flying back from vacation and, you know, didn't know there was a bad storm in this area and came into an ice storm or something, and they hit so hard it literally disintegrated, like, just vaporized almost everything. Like, I mean, it just gone, you know. And there's still, like, pieces of plane, but that was it. I'm like, man, they had
Oh, there's some horrible recordings out there on the internet of like CVRs where, you know, the cockpit voice recorder where the planes had an in-flight breakup and you can hear the plane breaking up and everyone screaming. I mean, that, for me, that would be my worst nightmare, like having a plane break up like at that altitude. You know, that's...
Yeah, yep, that's some scary stuff right there. Yeah, I've listened to some of them before, and just sitting back and listening to them kind of just raises the hair on the back of your neck, like, oh my gosh. That's like, you know, when I was coming into local that time.
Distance to descent 89/0:01256.
The cool pack overheated. You know, no, it wasn't the worst situation ever, but being at 12,000 feet and all of a sudden you smell something burning, it'll get your adrenaline pumping. I'll tell you that right now. But the pilot, as soon as we detected that, he got us from 12,000, I don't know how he did it, got us from 12,000 feet to being on the ground within just a few minutes. I mean, the guy did an amazing job landing. I mean, yeah, we had to put our hands on the seats in front of us, and that was even hard to do, to keep from being, you know, slammed forward, but you could smell the brakes and everything. It was scary. So I can't even imagine going through something even worse than that. It'd be hard to imagine that.
Command A off. Command A on.
CMDA on.
Take a look here, you guys. We are at
Distance to descent 83/0:01155.
83 miles, 11 minutes, and I'm gonna...
Restream chat FS Airlines 01 ACT RTE legs 1/3 PMDG 700 ACT RTE legs 1/3 PMD.
Weather, I'm not really...
Selection removed. Approach rep coast up 1, land 2, PANC 15, 3 hills 4, east 5, less on 6, less index ALTN desk greater, using RSV fuel. Approach rep coast 1, 148.115 degrees 151 K, land 2, 30 degrees 144 KT. 3, 10,000 data.
It's pretty awesome when we are at uni because the one of the main British military bases is about 5 minutes away, so you get pretty much constant flights of F-18s or military transporters.
Like where you're at now?
No, at university in Oxfordshire.
6, let's forecast a now greater.
That's cool. So,
there's all
Declan,
these
tell
stuff
them
going
the
on.
interesting story. I thought it was so cool. And I'm going to have you share the story with these
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Tell them a story about the person that you just randomly happened to come across at your school.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of them things where, you know, like, whether you believe in a god or a fate or just, you know, like, random things clicking into place that are just so unbelievable. Oxford University, where I go, has thousands and thousands of people go into it, and it has a really rigorous application process. And I'd started out, and they put you next to a, you know, a room buddy or whatever in the rooms that you got, and I heard his, I kept hearing an autopilot sound, the disconnecting autopilot for the first few weeks, and I kept thinking, this is so weird, like, you know, where am I hearing the sound from? There was an Airbus autopilot sound, and then eventually there was one time where I was speaking to him about something or other, and he had his phone with him, and then he got a text, and was, you know, looking at the text, and I figured out that's where the sound was coming from. And I said, you know, oh, it's an autopilot sound, and he was kind of embarrassed and said, well, yeah, it's from a plane called an Airbus. I'm kind of into aviation. I was like, well, that's absolutely amazing, you know, because I am as well. And then we got talking. It turned out he did simming just like we do. Obviously, he was sighted, and yeah, so that's one thing we can talk about. I've had him remote in and do some landings for me at mountainous airports and shit. So It's pretty cool. Out of all the thousands of people it could have been, it was him who did simming. So
Yeah, that when
Master
you shared
volume
that
slider
story with me, I
66.
was just like, man, that
Microphone gain
doesn't.
slider, voice
That's
activation.
just something that don't happen every day.
Tab
You
control.
know?
Is he like
Messages,
is he like what, like a roommate or something? Like is he a roommate or?
I mean, yeah, we have
Percent
separate
level
rooms, but
Level two,
he's
maximum level
right
three,
next door to me,
away.
so yeah, essentially
Tab control.
roommate.
Voice activation level. Microphone gain slider 60.
I still found it
Master
just to
volume
be
slider 66. 65.
amazing that.
48.
I mean, no, you didn't expect that, and I'm sure that guy
47.
didn't expect to meet you the same way either. You know.
440. 44.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
43,
talk
42,
about
41.
simming outside of our community, really. Like, I don't go out
37,
into the real world.
36.
You know,
35.
like, talk to people about simming, really, because none of them really.
Restream
none of
chat
them
row
really
1
get
column
it.
2.
Yeah.
At
That's just
RTE
not
lex
what
1
we do
slash
out,
Lockheed
you know,
Martin
outside
register
of
3
here.
R3D register Lockheed Martin
So I've
register.
never spoken to him
Distance to
about
descent
it,
57 slash 0.
obviously, but
Maximum
yeah,
online streaming
it was
at Team
crazy.
Restream chat
Like,
row
I
1
haven't
column
met
3.
anyone else
At RTE lex
in
1
the
slash
real
3 PM
world
FS Airlines row 1
does
ops 27
flight
point star
simulation
untitled notepad reform 1
just,
row
you
2
know,
column 2.
off the bat like that.
It's freaking amazing.
Ref button. Ref button. Conflict button. Connected
All right,
button.
let's get
Voice
ready
button.
for.
Yoda like
Auto
Yoda,
button. Shutdown flow button.
Have you flown with them on like back?
Shutdown CH. Secure flow. Reset button. After takeoff. Descent
Hammy
CH KLST
tried
button.
to sign up to VATSIM, but something went wrong with his like.
Lockheed
camera
Martin register
activation.
R3D register V401 column 2. Lockheed Martin
Yeah,
register.
Now he
I don't know.
now he was a real pilot though, right?
What, the guy?
Yeah, he really flew like aircraft and stuff.
I think he's done
Leonian Universe.
work experience.
That is real
but,
awesome. Goes to show you may not
military
know the
base.
people around
Yeah.
you until you meet them.
R3D register.
Yeah, like Leo said, that's really awesome. It goes to show that you know, you might not really know the people around you until you get to know them and meet them, and that's so true. I mean, this is the other thing I find so amazing about simming is if you meet a pilot, you can carry a conversation with them and really understand what they're talking about. And then when you're talking to them, you're also not looking like an idiot or, oh yeah, I sim, and then that's all you say. Like, we can go on about stuff too, altitudes and descents, and it's just amazing. And that's one of the things I enjoy about simming is the fact of all the stuff that we actually learn. It's the real deal. It's the real deal.
Yeah, I mean the PMDG is literally used by pilots to train. I know when I've been on holidays and stuff in real life and vacations, you can usually ask to meet the pilots, and sometimes I do. I'll say, like when you've landed on the ground and they're shutting things down, you can go up and see them in the cockpit. And the odd time I have, like they've heard of the PMDG, and some of them have even used it to train, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Distance to descent 41 slash 0. Form 1 row 1 column 2.
All right, we're gonna go
Descent
ahead
CHKLST button.
and
Landing CHKL.
we're gonna get our
Descent
descent
CHKLST button.
checklist out of the way here.
Descent checklist.
Lockheed Martin register.
Pressurization.
Lockheed Martin register.
Set. Recall.
R3D register V4.
Checked. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. Checked. Altimeters. Checked. Approach briefing. Completed.
There we go.
CDU message clear.
Checklist complete.
Yeah, up until before we started flying the
NAV1 is
PMDG,
Localizer is alive. Runway heading 149.
okay, that's
Nav 1 111.75. Course 140.
so it's already got in my course for the runway 15, 111.75. First officer put it in, and it's already saying something about the localizer. How is that even possible at 32,000 feet? I guess it can. I mean, we're definitely not connected to it.
FP3DV4 new weather updated.
I've seen that, like,
I don't know why it
numerous
would
times.
do that so high up, but let's just hope that it behaves
because
itself.
other runway, other airports that are around.
Yeah, it
like,
might be on the
above
same
Alaska.
frequency.
Yeah, that's true. what I was going to say though is that
Distance to descent
before
29/0
we started
0411.
flying the PMDG, and then we got to start to fly the PMDG, there was such a big difference in everything. Everything. Like, we learned stuff with the freeware. Okay, we learned altitude. We learned, you know, VNAV and all that, and LNAV and all that. But we never really had to apply ourselves as far as really learning.
I mean, you really didn't learn LNAV and VNAV because Tramp doesn't really do it justice.
Well, I mean, maybe you didn't learn LNAV, but I knew LNAV with freeware. I knew VNAV with freeware. It was still something that...
Yeah, but it's...
I'm not saying you had to
VNAV
use
is
it,
not-
Josh.
VNAV
I'm
is
saying...
Trans, though, that's what I'm saying.
that's where I was getting if you would have waited. Freeware is so much different than the PMDG.
Yeah.
And once, yes, I am. Once we started flying PMDG, I mean, it was like daylight to dark between the two. You know, and then you really had to apply yourself on learning this stuff. It was nothing like freeware, nothing like it at all with learning all this. In a sense, it's like learning over, right? Like you gotta, you learn how to do the, program the CDU, and you really start to learn and get the concept of how, things really work. At least that's how I felt. I don't know how you guys felt when you got to fly it the first time, but I could detect such a big difference between the two.
Distance to descent 15/0:02:9.
Even with
Distance
that
to descent
takeoff,
14/0:02:5.
power back, like with PMDG, the power just stays in like it's supposed to. It doesn't
MCP
even come
altitude
back,
200
even
feet
after
VNAV.
takeoff.
Yeah, it wasn't freeware. Like you put on approach too soon and you could lose it. Well, and this, if you put on freeware, say at 6,000 feet, and you don't get to localize until 3,000, it's not going to shut off on you. It's going to. At least I've never had.
just to get the plane set up with engines running, like freeway, you had to flick a few switches and hit Control E.
Total fuel 4,900.
PMDG, like
Distance to
it
descent
takes
10/0:0123.
20 minutes to get the thing ready. I mean, there's so many systems to turn
Approaching
on
top of
to
descent.
This
figure out.
is gonna be so close, you guys.
Total fuel 4,893.9 pounds.
We're at the top of the
730.5
descent.
gallons. Total.
Get ready to start our descent, but
Total fuel 4,883.
I say when I get landed, we'll have 1,000 pounds left.
Total fuel 4,873.
4,833 pounds of fuel is what we got left right now. It's like, oh boy.
Distance to descent 6/0:0052.
We will not be doing this flight again, folks. Because my calculation was barely there. I was thinking the ER could do like almost 3,000 miles, but maybe not. What's the furthest you've taken the extended range, Josh? Declan?
I don't know, at least 2,000 something miles. I can't remember the last time I took out an 900 ER.
How about you, Declan, with the 739 ER? How far have you?
739 ER, probably like 2,500 miles.
Oh, okay. So about what I did here then, because this is about 25, 26.
Yeah.
Distance to descent
This is
0/0:00:0. PATX beginning the customs announcement
Flight
shortly.
attendants
700 can go
Please
further
review
than the
and complete
900.
these forms and keep them with
Reason
you
being
for
is because the
presentation upon
900
arrival.
is a bigger plane.
Mm-hmm.
It takes more passengers and more luggage. The 700 is a smaller plane, so it's more efficient, but it carries a lot less people, obviously.
How far does that one go?
31,000 feet.
The 700?
Mm-hmm.
You could probably do about a 7-hour flight in it, maybe pushing 8 hours.
So you could probably do this flight easily then.
Probably, yeah.
'Cause this is about 6.5.
Distance to descent 0/0:00:0. Form 1 row 1 column. Maximum online streaming. Free stream chat row 1 column 4.
If it's
Act
out of
RTE
range.
Lex 1/3
I guess
PM
for
EG
this
7
flight,
edit red
it's
only.
not out of
Yeah.
range, it's just very, very
Act RT.
tight.
Act RT 224 degrees 32.1. ENA 250/FL 222.
Alright, so
30,000 feet.
22,000 can be our next waypoint.
224 degrees 32.8 NM.
And I've got to reach 22,000. I got to be at
1
22,000
224
feet
degrees 32.8 NM.
and
Carriage return.
32 miles. It can do that by itself, I think. I don't think I need to drop any faster. Do you?
Yeah, VNAV should take care of it.
Land 1 ENA 250/FL 222.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay there.
302 Amount 250/16,895.
The next one from that will be going from
No,
22,000 to 16,000.
29,000 feet. 053 km 240/5265.
Declan, Andy was telling me, and I'm curious if you do this. Do you put
0512 Amount
your
250/16,895.
053
053 km 240/5265. 052 4 at 240/3000. Lockheed Martin registered 3R3D registered. Lockheed Martin registered 3R3D registered V4. Minus 1614 feet per minute. Minus 28,200. Minus 1542 feet per minute.
Yeah, I figured.
The FMC should
Total
calculate
fuel
the descent speed
4,720.8 pounds. 704.7 gallons. Total fuel flow 1904. 28,000 feet.
I usually let it slow to 250 on its own after 10,000, and pretty
Well,
much
our
after that
fuel
I'll
flow has
take
gotten
the
a
speed.
lot less now, so we're on descent. Total fuel flow is 1904.
Total fuel 4,700.
We've got 4,711 pounds, so we should be good.
Yeah.
So let me
Now
ask
the
you,
engines
while
are
we're
loaded down.
working on this descent here, what can, and I'll ask you both this, what has been your what flight can you remember that's just been that flight
27,000
where
feet.
it's been, you know, really challenging, like your most challenging flight that you've done? Can you think of one?
I mean, I don't know if this flight was challenging, but it was just. I think it was my first big VATSIM event, or like my first trying to do a VATSIM event with Tramp, and like never really.
253 knots indicated.
Being under that kind of pressure.
Minus 1627.
Might make
26,089 feet
discuss
ASL.
with other people.
26,000 feet. Lockheed Martin registered.
Tramp.
Edit red only. Act RTE leg 223 degrees 14.1. ENA 250/FL 222.
I think everything was ready. I had to
221.
go-
ENA
I had to do,
250/FL
direct.
222.
I did the direct.
Lockheed Martin
Trump
regis- Lockheed
didn't
Martin-
descend. And because I think I had to put flight plan back in to make it descend. I think it was what the deal was there. And with the hubbub at all, like the controller like started getting angry, like, oh, are you gonna descend now? Like, what's going on? You guys told you to descend to get the arrival.
25,000 feet.
Like, I mean, I eventually did descend, but it was way too late, and Tramp started going at like, I don't know, negative 5,000 feet a minute or something.
Oh my god! Oh boy!
And like the controller's like, I mean, I told you, like, I think it was like American 2014. Like, oh, I told you to descend, but not that fast. You know, eventually I ended up having to disconnect just because of the fact that it was coming.
24,000 feet.
And how about
I
you,
overshot
Declan?
it
What
and, like, it was hard
What
to
about
do that.
you? You got any flights that just one of them flights where you just at the end of it you're just like, oh, thank God it's over. I'm done. I'm done dealing with this.
I mean, from every flight I've done in flight simming, I mean, I can't think of a specific one, but I gotta agree with Josh. Like, flying with Tramp on VATSIM when we had the older versions of Tramp, and you know,
Oh,
you
God.
couldn't even go direct to waypoints on the procedures and
Very
things.
stressful.
it was very stressful, and
23,000
I
feet.
did it, but it wasn't very enjoyable. I mean,
Right.
now I don't really ever have a flight like that. I think bad weather is probably the worst it gets. If you have a really bumpy approach, picking up that ILS can be a little bit of a challenge. That's probably the worst.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
don't think with like PMDG I've ever had like a, you know,
My-
like a major crash or something.
My worst flight was in Chicago. I'll never forget it because
Distance to descent 0/0:00:0.
I was really. I don't know why I hit that. I was really,
22,332 feet
doing
ASL.
everything that I needed to be doing, and this controller over there was just the rudest guy I've ever met on HEC in my life. You know, he gave me, he gave me a heading, and I didn't hear him when he wanted me to switch to, change my direction, and so I can repeat, and so he repeated it, but then he wrote me and said, if you
21,000
can't
feet.
hear what the HEC's saying, you need to sign off. And I'm like, I know I'm not the first person that's not heard a controller say something. Now, come on. Like, what is your deal? And,
Yeah.
I did end up getting landed, but, when we're landing, and I don't think it's just us, I think it's any pilot, and you got to deal with a rude, controller, it doesn't make our job easy at all. They talk about their job, they're sitting in front of the radar, and they're controlling the planes, and I get that, but we're flying the plane. So, it's
20,000 feet.
just like, give a little
Oh, it's
leniency
the old thing,
there.
aviate, navigate, communicate. I mean,
Yeah.
we got the plane
Well,
to deal
because-
with,
Yeah,
everything else
exactly.
to deal with. Unfortunately,
And it was
whether they like it or
raining.
not,
Because,
they
It
don't
was
last.
it was raining really hard coming into Chicago, so it wasn't just me having to deal with him. Like, my main concern was the weather, and it was bad. It was not a good flight at all. But
I think the main reason is because you have, controllers that are just volunteers, just like us. They don't have the level-headedness that controllers are trained to have.
well, yeah, but
Well, I mean,
19,000
we,
feet.
we are expected to be level-headed on VATSIM as a pilot. So are they. It's like number one rule, like Declan said. So, yeah, I respect their
I mean,
job, but
there was a controller in New York one time. I was
18,400.
coming in, and they were
Act RTE legs 1/3
Like,
p.m. Act
said
RTE
that they were busy
327
because
degrees
they were watching
8.1. Amount
freaking,
250/16,809. 18,231 feet ASL.
Yankees or Mets
Act
game,
RTE
one of them,
327
they-
degrees
they
4.0
went
NM.
away and were watching
1. Amount 250/16,901. 18,000 feet. 052. Long 240/5265.
Given its vectors.
so far so good, you guys. Everything's looking good.
He's like, he came back, he's like, oh, sorry guys, the baseball game is on.
So Declan, my ILS for this is going to be 3,000 feet. Would it be safe to go ahead and turn on my approach at 4?
Yeah, we don't have any issues.
Transition altitude.
That's a nice thing
Checked.
about PMDG.
Altimeter,
If you
1038,
turn on approach
30.66
to
inches.
target
Top.
And now,
it won't do anything, like,
if you
Yeah.
guys
snap it
notice,
like M2.
at the beginning of the flight, I check marked the box that said cargo on the prep page. I did that so that the pilot doesn't come in talking and all that. Because for some reason with first
17,000
officer,
feet.
I'm just going to warn you now, it will interfere with your NVDA. And while the pilot's
Oh,
talking, NVDA doesn't. And then I almost crashed the other day because of it. I'm like, well, we're not doing this
Yeah,
again because that was some close crap right there.
I just turned those announcements off, period. Like,
I don't mind the
saying
announcement. I
turn it
like
off
to
because
I like to simulate it and give, if I'm
I mean,
doing
it's nice, but-
videos, but
16,000 feet.
Yeah, but I don't like where basically keyboard.
Act
I think
RTE
it's
legs 1
keyboard.
slash
It
2 p.m.
intercepts the keyboard for some
Act
reason.
RT 051 degrees
And
37 1 long 240 slash 5265.
Locks it.
All right, so I have
051 degrees 37.0 nm.
37 miles to go from
15,600.
15,000 to 5,500 feet. 16,000 to 5,500. Think that's enough? It should be, right? I mean,
That sounds about right. As long as it doesn't say drag required, then
yeah, I've not got no message about that.
15,000 feet. Wind 352 at 29 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
Oh, okay, we're good. There we go. I wish it was daylight out and I could see what kind of mountains
At
are around me,
P3DB4.
but it's kind of dark, so.
Weather updated. Dakota. Textual weather
we'll find out if you
for
get one.
PABG wind.
Yeah, if we, you guys,
349.
if all of a sudden
5
you
knots.
just,
Visibility. 10 plus
everything
SF.
goes,
99.99 plus F.
well, we'll know what happened.
14,000
Do
feet.
you guys
Yeah, this should make
remember
quite a bit of money
when?
for the airline.
Should, yeah. 'Cause I got cargo as well. Do you guys remember when Chicago used to be broke? Like the airport itself? No? It used to be broke and you'd go and try to fly there and you couldn't get landed because either the airport was messed up or the ILS stuff was, I forget what it was, but I remember when I used to have trouble with that
It was
airport.
the ILS frequencies.
Yeah.
13,000
I've
feet.
not flown to Chicago for a minute. I don't know if you, well, Declan, you do long hauls more than I think the in-state stuff, don't you?
I mean, yeah, well, I have some scenery for
12,672 feet.
Chicago. There's that
Minus 1509 feet per minute.
whatever it's called, cyyz design or something.
Act RTE legs 1. Act RTE legs 051 degrees 22.5 and 1. Long 240 slash 5265.
Yeah, it's also missing
Lockheed Martin
some
register.
runway.
Lockheed Martin register. 252 knots indicated.
By default.
Alright, let's see.
Act
here.
RTE Form 1 row. Maximum online stream. Stream chat row. FS Airlines row. Ops 27. Star Untitled. WW. Active Sky for P3D. Star Untitled Notepad. Speed box row 3 column 2. Speed FM. Speed edit selected FMC speed. Speed FMC button Alt plus S. Pressed. Speed edit 250. Speed MCP button Alt plus S. Speed edit selected 250. Lang. Z52. Form 1. Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3. Lockheed Martin registered 248 knots indicated. 11,000 minus 801 feet per minute. Form 1 row 1 column 2. Descent Lockheed Martin Act RTE legs 1 slash 2 talking Act RTE 052 Act RTE legs 052 degrees 17.8 nm. 1 long 240 slash 5265. Form 1 row 1 Lockheed Martin registered prepar Lockheed Martin registered 10,900 10,000 minus 1306 feet per minute. 10,817
We're
feet
at
ASL.
10,000 feet and we've got 17
The flight
miles
crew has turned on the
PACX,
fasten
beginning the
seatbelt
seatbelt sign
sign.
on announcement
Please
shortly.
adjust your seat
to
fasten
be at
seatbelt.
5,500 feet. Should be alright.
Yeah.
The one thing
Looks
that
like
I
it's
learned,
slowed down.
I was telling Brandon about this. He said, well, what happens if you don't make it to a runway in, or a waypoint in time? I said, just follow the next, follow down the list. Follow your next waypoint. If LNAV stays
10,000
on,
feet.
leave
Passing
it on.
10,000
If
feet.
not, put your heading in for that next waypoint. You get close
Landing on.
enough, reactivate LNAV, and get back on track. I mean, that's the only way I know to do it. I don't know of any other way.
We
So,
have begun our final
PACX, beginning the
descent
descent
Yeah,
announcement
if
shortly.
there's
Bridge.
one
Flight
restriction, you
attendants
can
will be
always try
passing
and
through the
make the
cabin
next
to
one
collect any
without
trash
speed
one
breaks or
final
whatever
time.
and
Please ensure tray tables are stowed and
Yeah.
seats are in
make
the
a
full
dive for
upright
it pretty
position.
much.
Please also store any
9473,
carry-on items either in the
9414
seat back
feet,
pocket or under the
242
seat
knots
in front of
indicated.
you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks
Minus
and
1394
stow any
feet per
larger
minute.
electronics.
Get to about 4,000 feet, you guys. We'll go ahead and activate our approach.
9,000 feet.
guys remember self-loading cargo always had that one voice. Josh, you know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it?
I
What
hated that shit. That was a.
what was it? It said.
It was a looped sound in the passenger ambulance.
I'm trying to remember what it said. I can't remember, but I know it got so annoying. Then of course I stopped using it.
It said, "Oh." It was.
Yeah, it was like, "Oh."
It was a fucking. It was a baby and like, "Oh." Yeah.
I like PAX.
8,000 feet.
For what it is, it gives me the simulation that I want anyway.
7922 feet ASL. 7884 feet at. 242 knots indicated.
Sound file. God. Sounded like a fucking pub or something.
Yeah.
Or a play.
Yeah.
Like a restaurant.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you caught that today or not, Declan. I played our BVI, one of the BVI announcements at the beginning of the flight.
Oh yeah.
How did you do that, by the way? What did you use to put something together like that? That was
Tyler made that, didn't
Oh god no, Tyler didn't make it.
Tyler definitely did not make that.
Marshall made it with help from me and Rob in
7,000
the
feet.
website to get self-voicing stuff. And then
What site
CDU
was
message
it
displayed.
used for the
Pass
voices?
unachievable.
6777.
fucking,
6748 feet at. Act RTE legs 1 slash 2 edit red.
was
Act RT 052 degrees 4.5 nm. Act RTE legs 1 slash 2. Act RT 052 degrees 2.0 nm. Act RTE legs 1 slash 2. 052 degrees 2.01. Clom 240 slash 5260. 052 degrees 2.0 nm. Heading
It might
43.
have been that, yeah.
Heading 43.
And then we wrote a script and put it to music.
CDU message
Marshall
cleared.
made the music, and
Act RTE legs.
we put the plain sound
Act RT
effects in. It was a
052
bit of a
degrees
project.
0.7 nm. 1. Clom
Quite a while,
240 slash 5266.
Yeah.
052. 1. Clom 240 slash 50. 052 degrees 0.3 nm. 6,000 feet. Lockheed Martin registered pre-park. Lockheed Martin registered.
Speed brake armed.
Minus 1230 feet per. Total fuel 4,259.8. Act RTE legs 1 edit red hot. Act RTE 052 degrees 0.3 nm. 1. Clom 240 slash Lockheed Martin registered. Spoilers retracted. 5228. 5183 feet. Minus 2890. Act RTE legs 1 slash edit red only multi 5. Act RTE legs 052 degrees 0.3 nm. 1. Clom 240 slash 5260.
There you go.
052. Head 240
Dead
slash
on that
3000.
path. The vertical path.
Hopefully that'll fix what I. Yeah, that waypoint. It didn't like that waypoint that I just done, and but we seem to be still on track, so I think we're all right. I'm gonna hit approach here in a minute.
Yeah.
And hopefully it all goes well. Worst case, lesson learned, people. If you got to end the flight because it's going to mess up, just end it. Don't
CDU message
crash.
displayed. The path unachievable.
That's telling me path unachievable as
Act
well.
RTE
Why
legs.
is it?
Lockheed Martin registered. Lock. 4,000.
Let me see what's going on here.
Act RTE. Edit red. Act RT 052 degrees 3.1. Act RT 052 degrees 1.1 nm. 1. Head 240 slash
CDU message
3000. 01. Head 240 slash 3000. Lockheed Martin red. Lockheed Martin red. Approach mode active. Glide slope hold active.
Yeah, you gotta beat. There you go.
Nav 1.
3000 that
111.75. Course
That's
146.
speed break.
VORID. IPSC. 245 knots indicated. Edit red only mode. Act RTE legs 1 slash 2. 052 degrees 1.1 nm. 1. CARDD 216 slash 3000A.
It's 3000A.
It doesn't look like it's picking anything up on that one.
It ain't neither. Now there's another one for 3000 as well, right
3000
underneath
feet
of it.
152. CANC 159 slash 1600. 1. CARDD 216 slash 3000A. 325
Glide
degrees
slope
11.6 nm.
NAB1 is glide slope.
There we go. Glide
1.
slope to live,
CARDD
it said.
216 slash 3000A. Lockheed Martin red. Lockheed Martin registered pre.
I don't know if I should try to go to Command B.
Not yet.
Not
You got
yet.
approach mode on, right?
Yes.
2997. 2990. 239 knots. 3 feet per minute.
But it ain't doing the numbers though. It said glide slope alive,
Yeah.
but it's
Don't know
not.
why it's not reading that out.
It's not
You'll
reading
know
like.
if it picks it up though. It'll say LNAV off.
Oh, okay.
Wing leveler off.
Wing
Just slow
leveler.
it down now to like 180 or well, yeah.
Speed
slow
box.
it right down.
Left.
Wing leveler.
I don't know why that even went on. I didn't even hit the damn thing.
Lockheed Martin register. MCP speed 180. 2990. 2901. 237 knots indicated. 236 knots indicated.
Gonna slow down.
231 knots indicated.
Okay, yeah. We'll know here in a minute.
Flaps 1.
Oh, I hate when it does that. I don't really need flaps yet.
Flaps 1.
2974 feet AS. 2860. 212 knots indicated. Flaps
Well.
1.
I'll let it do flaps one, I guess.
205 knots indicated.
Flaps 5.
It's just 'cause
Glide
you're
slope is
slowing
alive.
down, the slow is
NAV1 is
No.
localizer. Localizer is
Not
alive.
what flaps
Runway
5.
heading 150. NAV1 is glide slope. Up 51%.
And
87% right.
AV1 has
Flaps up.
glide slope.
Up 33%.
I'm gonna go back to
77% right.
flaps one at least, not 5.
There you go.
Up
Flaps in
13%.
motion.
Flaps
Oh,
1.
66% right.
Here you go.
Act
you're
RTE
coming.
legs 141 row 1 column
Down
3.
3%.
Now I should be able to go
58%
over
right.
here to
Flaps 1. Landing CHK.
Down
Descent
18%.
CHK LST button.
49% right.
Landing.
come on.
Down
we're-
29%.
After landing flow.
39% right.
Here you go.
Ref button.
Localizer's coming in.
Down 39%.
Conflict button.
30% right.
Now I should be able to
Connected
go to
button.
command B, right?
Voice button.
No,
Down
yeah.
49%. 20% right.
You
down
just, you're
56%.
waiting for the. You're gonna
6%
pick it
right.
up in a minute. Down 49%.
Down 68%.
Okay, looking good.
31% left. Down 80%.
Lockheed Martin.
79% left.
Lockheed Martin register. 171 knots indicated.
Down
2002 feet.
99%.
2659.
99% left.
Minus 1220 feet per minute.
Down 99%. 99% left. Down 99%. 99% left. Down 99%. 99% left.
175 knots indicated.
I don't know where the plane's
Down
going.
99%.
It's going way off.
99% left.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing here.
Down 99%.
I'm trying to
Flaps
slow
2.
99% left.
down a little bit.
Flaps 2.
Down 99%.
Where
99%
are
left.
you going, plane?
Down 95%. 99% left.
2549. 2450 feet. 180 knots
88%.
indicated.
99% left. Down 87%. 99% left.
Down
It's
87.
coming. Maybe
Down
it's coming
88%.
back.
99% left.
Glide's coming. The local.
Down 95%. 99% left. Down 99%.
Let's see here.
99% left.
Coming back.
Down 99%. 98% left.
No, it's come back to 99 again. Where are you
Down
going?
98%.
What is
35%
doing?
left.
Oh, 35% left.
Down 92%.
Oh, there you go.
17% right.
17 right.
It's coming.
Down 84%. 58% right.
178 knots indicated.
Down
2140.
71%.
2005 feet.
88% right.
179 knots indicated.
God, it's
Down
not
61%.
swinging all over the place.
It is.
Down 50%.
2000 feet.
Down 47%. Down 43%.
1890. 1804 feet.
Down
Down
39%.
Alright, 2000.
Form 1 row 1 column 2.
Down 33%.
That's probably do my landing checklist.
Down
Auto button.
25%.
Voice button.
Landing
Down
checklist.
17%.
Landing checklist.
Rest.
Down 8%.
Engine start switches.
Lockheed
Continuous.
Martin
Landing
registered.
gear.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3D registered
6%.
P4.
Landing gear.
Up 29%. 99% right.
1550. 1420.
Landing gear.
187 knots indicated.
94% right.
No, now it's going too high. It's never.
Up 24%.
No, no, no.
Landing gear.
88% right.
Flaps 5.
Up 5%. 77%
Speed
Landing
right.
gear. Down. Flaps.
Select speed M. Speed edit.
Up 5%. 65% right.
Lockheed Martin registered. Prepar 3.
Set.
Up 7%.
Speed brake
1060
on.
feet
8%
ASL.
right.
1039 feet ag. 1000 feet.
Whoa.
Up
Landing
2%.
gear down.
186 knots
right.
indicated.
No, no.
Down 2%.
Flaps 15.
62% right.
Flaps 10.
Gear down. Dot.
Alright.
Down
Do
7%.
it.
Flaps
Go around.
15.
67%
Do you
right.
want me to remote in and look at it?
Yeah,
Down
yeah.
50%.
We're gonna
Pause.
pause
70% right.
for a minute because I want to have you take
Down
a look
1%.
at this. Guys, we're
73%
pausing for
right.
a minute because I don't understand why it's not.
Down 1%. 73% right.
NVDA preferences submenu P. Tool submenu help
Down
submenu tool
1%.
submenu speech braille hyphen
73%
manage
right.
create run remote submenu connect C.
Down
Yeah.
1%.
Connect dialog. OK
73%
button.
right.
Cancel button. Client radio button checked. Control another machine
Yeah,
radio
down
button
1%.
checked. Allow this machine host. Edit alt plus H
73% right.
selected environment.com. Key edit alt plus K blank.
Okay.
Down
What,
1%. 73% right.
what did you do? The key is simming.
Sim N G blank G
Down
N
1%.
I S S
73%
I M
right.
M I N G blank.
Just SIMMING. No cap.
Down
Generate C
1%.
button alt plus G. OK button.
73% right.
Pressed. Lockheed Martin registered pre-part NVDA remote
Down
connection
1%.
security warning dialog warning. The
73%
certificate
right.
of this connect and do not connect button. Cancel button. Connect and do connect button.
Down
Connect and do
1%.
not ask again for his server button.
73% right.
Pressed.
On
Lockheed Martin registered
remote.com.
pre-part 3D registered
Down
V4
1%.
connected to control server.
73%
Yeah,
right.
the NVDA remote. Yeah.
Down 1%.
I just paused it that
73%
way.
right.
You can.
Lockheed Martin registered pre-part 3D registered V.
Down 1%. 73% right.
Okay. And we're on.
Lockheed Martin
Down 1%.
start window.
73%
Lockheed
right.
Martin registered
There you
form
go.
1 row 1 column 2 voice button.
Down
Act
1%.
RTE legs 1
73% right.
Act RTE legs 1 slash 150 degrees 1 RW
Down
15
1%.
149 142
73% right.
800 slash 800 23 INTC 204 Jukup slash
Down
3000
1%.
23 I 22
73%
800
right.
slash 800 102 800
Well, we're
Down
gonna
1%.
do
73% right.
a
203 INTC 24
Go
Jukup slash
around.
3000
Down
hold
1%.
at 4 Jukup slash
73%
3000
right.
day
Down 1%.
Alright,
73%
1
right.
150 clear scratch
Mike,
edit red on 1
Down
102
1%.
200 degrees 3 200
73% right.
form 1 row 1 column 2
no,
voice
it doesn't matter.
Lockheed Martin
Down
registered
1%.
pre-part 3D registered V4
73% right.
Where's your altitude?
altitude edit selected
Down
200
1%.
altitude but altitude edit
73% right.
blank selection removed
Okay, that's what
Let's
you're doing.
go.
Changing
Down 1%.
altitude.
4000
73%
altitude
right.
but
Yeah.
altitude
4,000.
V level change off button alt plus rest
Down 1%.
Lockheed Martin
73%
registered
right.
Lockheed Martin registered
And then you just
start
gotta
window search window
unpause it.
Lockheed Martin
Down
registered
1%.
ready?
Oh, it's
Pause.
paused.
DNAV off.
Right.
Level change mode on. Flaps 30.
sound on minus 955
79
feet per minus
flaps are-
863 feet per
Flaps
minute
25.
There you go.
minus 686 feet per minute minus
24
466 feet per minute
87% right.
minus 200 feet per minute minus 92 feet per minute
I'm doing this for
flaps
the
30
last five,
69
so
feet
we'll
per
see
minute
how this goes.
156
Yeah.
knots indicated
Did you get the gear?
altitude box level
The gear was down
speed edit
too.
selected 140
There you
Alright,
go.
Land.
let's go speed 180.
speed MCP button MCP speed 108 altitude box level change on button speed Lockheed Martin registered gear down dot glide slope hold off
Landing gear up.
CDU message displayed.
1496 feet per minute
fuel.
166 knots indicated flaps 30
Yeah, I don't know why it
Yeah,
missed
not.
it. It missed a glide slope, didn't it?
Flaps 25.
Yeah, dude.
181 knots indicate
Flaps 15.
speed box row 1 column 3 speed
Do you change your speed when you're doing the go around?
Start
You go
with
back up to like
Auto
180
button.
Yeah,
or
we're
something?
going back up to 180.
speed box row 1 Lockheed Martin register altitude box row 1 column 4 act RTE legs 1 slash
This
1
is good,
PMDG
guys, 'cause I
700 red
really-
only act
I-
RTE legs
I've
1
never
slash
had
1
a
200
chance
degrees
to really
HDG
do
21
this with,
INTC 250 202 Jukup 250 slash 3000 day
He's done this a lot, so
173
I like
knots
the fact
indicated
of being able to
flaps
see how this
15
is done.
2789 feet ASL 2726 feet per minute
Alright, we're in level change, going back up now.
form 1 row 1 column 2 speed box speed
So you go and you
Lockheed Martin
change
registered
your,
total
so
fuel
the first thing you did was
3500
change your altitude, and then you went and brought your gear up, your flaps in,
N1 light off speed light on level change
Speed
off
up.
altitude
That's
hold
it.
on
and then you turn on level change. Is that what you did?
Flaps 10.
To
Level
climb-
change,
To
yeah.
climb back up to
Flaps
4,000.
5.
speed box row 1 column 2 flap 6
Alright, now,
auto button
come here.
That's pretty good
Start-
for doing it with
speed MCP button
doing
alt plus
this
S
over the remote. That's
form 1
pretty
row 1
impressive.
column 2 Lockheed Martin registered pre act RTE legs 1 slash 1 PMDG 7 edit red only multi
Right, we need an ILS.
land
approach
selection
quick.
land
Systems
1 less
will
than
have
Pangar
to-
greater 2 Pangar greater land 3
NAV1 has localizer.
2
Localizer
Pangar
is
greater
live. Runway heading
land
150.
2 Pangar greater
Oh yeah, you use fucking... You use F keys, don't you? That's why.
land 2 LM5IL07R land
Yeah,
3
yeah,
Chrono 4.07 BL 15 land 2 LM5IL07R
Let's just do this
land
one.
2 LM5IL07R
Actually, no,
land
you
3
set up
Chrono
50.
4.07 BL 15
Oh,
nav 1
the nav
111.75 course 146 ILS land
Yeah,
3
okay.
Chrono
So
4.07
when
BL
you
15
change the runway like that for an ILS, How do you know the frequency?
Execute key available. Execute key off.
You'd have to change it in first officer.
Oh, okay.
For now, I'm just
10.
going for the one you
2
already
Duke
got.
slash
CDU
1
display.
Duke slash 3 210 degrees
Okay,
9.0 nm.
Okay.
210 degrees 8.8 nm.
Now we're flying out to the missed approach waypoint.
So it's going to fly to that waypoint and then just hold there? Is
Speed
that what it
MCP
does?
button Alt plus S.
Yeah.
Speed at 180.
And then we're going to go
100
back
land
to the
selection
approach.
remove.
And the speed up to 200.
Act RTE legs 1 form 1 row 1
So
column
to
3.
verify, when it gets to
Lockheed
the,
Martin
to
red
the
Lockheed Martin registered 3
4,000,
R3D registered V4.
do you got to activate hold, or does it just automatically...
It'll automatically do it.
Flaps
Tracking
2.
some more flaps because we need to save fuel. We've now got
Flaps 1.
Total fuel 3,300 flaps 1.
3,300.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, we
Speed
have
box
let
01 speed.
my
Act RTE legs 1 refresh button Alt
CEO of
RTE
Virtual
button CL RTE button Alt plus R.
remote in
button.
and fly the aircraft, so...
Edit blank. Clear scratch but button. Refresh button Alt plus R. Edit red only multi.
Saved.
Approach approach 1
Alright.
145 to 30 degrees 143 KT.
143, alright. Yeah, hopefully we'll see.
So did I do
1 Duke
something
of
wrong
250
there
slash
that
3,210
caused that
degrees
miss, or
5.4
was it
nm.
just a bad approach?
We'll see if this fucker can get it this time. It might be a dodgy approach. Dunno.
I guess that's the thing to remember,
Like,
guys.
you
When
got
you
it.
miss a runway or something, do the go around, because
Speed box row 1 column 2.
you can get
Lockheed
up to
Martin red
your,
form 1
you
row
know,
1
like,
column
we're
altitude
going
box
to
row 2 column 1.
4,000,
Level
and you
change.
go to
Clean
hold
nav off
and,
button Alt
you
plus
know,
altitude
and it
hold
give
off
you a
button
minute to get
altitude
your
button Alt
bearings
plus
together,
altitude
too.
edit selected blank
You know.
selection remove. 3000
Alright, we're now going
altitude button Alt
3000.
altitude clean nav off button Alt plus V. Level change off button Alt plus L.
Ready for this approach.
Level change mode on.
So when
Speed
you're
light
ready
off,
to
level change on,
do it
altitude
again,
hold off.
what do you put in?
Act RTE legs 1 edit red.
So
Act
we're now
RTE leg
coming into
210
this
degrees
hold.
2.5 at 1 Duke of hold at 2
And then
Duke
what
of
we're
10
going to do
3
is
Through
go
discontinuity.
direct to the ILS
4
here.
CARDD 215 slash
4.
3000 A 4 CARDD 215 slash 3000
When we're
A
ready to go
Through
back
discon
in.
4 CARDD 2 Edit
I'm
blank.
also going to change this to 3000.
Edit red only multi-line 4 CARDD 215 slash 3000 A
Yeah.
Execute key available.
CDU message
Execute key
cleared.
off. Route 4 CARDD slash
CDU
3000
message
3
displayed.
N
Using
or 1
RSV
Duke
fuel.
210 degrees 0.8 nm 1 Duke of slash 3000 A 3482 feet ASL
Okay.
199 knots indicated.
Did you edit anything for the holding part, or is that just that was already?
It's
Speed light
just
on,
in
level
there.
change off, altitude hold on.
Right, we're now leveling out to 3.
Total fuel 3,169.
Level out at 3,000.
Hold at 1 Duke of 222 slash 3000
Right,
A
now we're
and
going
2
to go
3 CARDD 215 slash 3000
3 to 1.
Oh, 3,000.
3 CARDD 215 slash 3000
Yeah, I'm trying to... Come on, man.
Execute key available.
Yeah, that wasn't what I wanted.
Refresh button. Edit red only
So we're
multi-line.
going to try and
Refresh button clear scratch but button.
go direct to this
Refresh edit red only multi-line
approach waypoint.
route to 3 CARDD 215 slash 3000 Execute key off.
Yeah.
2 1 Duke of 221 N 2 route is 3 CARDD 215 slash 3000 Execute key available. Route 2 N 1 Duke of 2 N route 3 CARDD 215 slash 3000 Execute route discontinued 3 CARDD 215 slash 3000
Okay, so this needs to go up to the...
2
Okay.
1 Duke of 221 2 route to 3
N81 is
CARDD
Localizer is alive. Runway heading 150.
So,
route
okay,
discontinued
I see what it's
3
saying.
CARDD
So
215 slash 3000
This approach waypoint needs to go up to 1.
2 N 1 Duke of 221 route 3 CARD refresh but clear scratch the button refresh edit red only 3 CARDD 215 slash 3000
Should be F3, F4
execute key
now.
available
Yeah, there
CDU
we go.
message
execute key
cleared.
off
Okay.
2,
CDU
cancel
message
slash 1,
displayed.
CARDD slash
Using
3000.
So we're now going to make a turn
006 degrees 20.7
here,
nm.
back in toward the approach.
1, CARDD 2, 150 degrees 7.0 nm. 2,
NAV1
cancel
is
158
Okay, so
slash
which turn
1600.
alive.
you moved that up
Runway
to
heading
1,
150.
right? Is that why
I
it's...
moved that up to 1, yeah.
Okay.
1, CAR 007 degrees
We got
19.7 nm.
19 miles back into the approach.
Heading 345, heading
So
344.
basically, when you're ready to come out of that holding position, whatever you move to the top
3,000 feet.
at number 1, that's what it's going to do next.
Yeah.
As soon as you execute.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much with anything at the number 1.
Well, I
That's
mean,
one is
yeah,
always gonna be-
initially it is, but did you do Control Shift G twice, Declan, for that go around?
Not for this one, no. You were high enough up that we could just flight level change mode.
Act RTE legs 007
okay.
degrees 17.1, CARDD 215 slash 3000.
We're coming in.
Distance to destination 28 slash 0 colon 0830.
Yeah, it was just all over the place coming in, and the thing was, I wasn't even going that fast. I mean, it was like it would go way, one way, and then it would cut over and come to the other side. And it's like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
007 degrees 15.4 nm.
We'll try it again.
I didn't
I'm gonna
see
have to
no-
have you do some first officer stuff.
Oh.
Tell it Command V when the time comes.
Okay. It should be on the voice button as soon as we alt tab to it.
Glide slope is
Oh,
live.
you gotta hit
NAV1 is
voice.
glide slope.
I don't got it activated, but we can do it by voice, or you can tab to the buttons, however you want to do it.
Altitude box row 1 level change off button mode
Alright.
plus L.
I don't think there's a Command V
Speed at
button,
200.
so
Act.
let me fucking, because I don't want to be doing this
Lockheed
one.
Martin registered pre-par 3.
Oh yeah, I'll have to just tell it.
Form 1
I'll
speed
have
box
to
act
tell it
RTE
that.
legs 1 edit. Star untitled notepad row 3 star act RT Lockheed Martin registered form 1 row 1 column 4.
There it is.
Shutdown
Yeah.
Shutdown
Yeah, we don't hit shutdown
off
flow.
voice button. Connected
Okay, there
button.
it is. Oh, stop lagging.
Voice button. Pressed.
Okay. Right, that's on now. But obviously we're going to tell it later on.
Star untitled notepad row 1 column 2. Act RTE legs 1 slash 2 PMD Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D speed box row 1 column 5. Speed M. Speed at 200. Speed.
Right, speed. You can go 180.
Auto throttle grouping. Speed MCP button mode plus speed at 200. 2 land selection removed. 180. Form 1 row 1 column 2. Star untitled notepad act RTE legs Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D registered V4 row 1 column 5. Lockheed Martin registered pre-par 3D registered V4.
Right, flaps, go 5, please.
Flaps 2.
Flaps in motion.
Flaps 5.
Speed box row 1 column 2. Form 1 row 1 column 3. Star untitled notepad row 1 act RTE legs 1 slash 2 PMDG edit act RTE 007 degrees 9.3 nm.
Alright, about 5 miles from this waypoint here, we're going to do approach.
1 CARDD 200.
Glide slope is
Cardiff or
alive.
something.
NAV1 is localizer.
CARDT.
Localizer is alive. Runway heading 150. NAV1 is glide
Total
slope.
fuel 2,752.0 pounds. 400.
2,700 fuel.
Phew.
Zero 006 degrees 7.9 nm. Distance to destination 19 slash 0 colon 0618. Nav 1 111.75 course 146 hills glide slope angle minus 3.2. Act RTE legs 006 degrees 6.5 nm.
Alright. Shortly we'll try and get this localizer.
006 degrees 6.0 nm. Act 006 degrees 5.5 nm. Lockheed Martin red speed box row 1 column 3. Speed at 180. Land selection removed. 170. Act RTE edit red only multi-line 00. Act RTE 006 degrees 4.7. Speed box row 1 lock. Voice button. Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D registered Lockheed Martin registered prepar.
Approach hold on.
Approach on.
Alright.
Down 5%. 99% left.
See what we can pick up here then.
Down
Form 1 row 1
13%.
column 2.
99%
Act
left.
RTE edit red only multi-line. Selection removed.
Down 21%. 99% left. Down 28%. 99% left. Down 36%. 99% left.
Alright, so we're waiting for this.
Down 44%.
localizer.
99% left.
Lockheed Martin registered prepar
Oh,
3D
that
registered V4.
Down 50%.
Oh, there's
99%
Elmo.
left.
It's got it. Okay.
Flaps 10.
Down 58%.
Get me
99% left.
command.
Not
Flaps
yet.
10.
Not yet.
Down
Gotta wait for the
72%.
glide slope.
99% left.
It's coming.
Down 84%. 99% left.
Act
Down
RTE legs
92%.
form 1 row 1 column 3.
99% left.
Speed box row 1 column 4. Speed edit 170
Down 94%. 99% left.
160 in a minute.
Speed edit 160. MCP speed 164. Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D registered V4.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 has localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 150. NAV1 has glide slope. Down 61%. 34% right.
Alright, TFM just being a bit of a pain. Give me some numbers, TFM. Here we go.
Approach
Approach hold off.
There it goes. Right. Now
Glide
tell it
slope is alive.
Command A.
NAV1 has
Command B,
localizer.
sorry.
Command B.
Localizer is alive.
Command
Runway
B on.
heading 150.
CMDP on.
NAV1 has glide slope.
Yep. There it goes.
Okay.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 15. Gear down. Let's go.
Landing gear down. Flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
Right, we're on the ILS.
Taxi on. Gear down. Dot.
2500.
Let's make sure that altimeter's set.
2384 feet ag.
Right.
Speed box row 1 column 2. Speed edit 160. Distance to destination 6/0.
Alright.
Speed MCP button alt plus S. Speed edit 160
Speed.
D's blank.
140, whatever.
MCP speed 104.
Yeah.
Lockheed Martin registered prepar 3D registered V4. 2,000 feet. 155 knots indicated.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 25.
Alright.
At P3D V4 new weather updated to
Flaps 30.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
flaps 30.
Engine start switches.
Check.
Landing gear.
Check.
Flaps.
Set.
Checklist complete.
What are you doing?
Alright.
144 knots indicated. Flaps 30. 1303 feet ag.
Should be set. Should do an auto land here. Shouldn't have to do anything.
This is
Total
good,
fuel
guys.
2,330.1 pounds. 347.8 gallons. Total fuel flow 5977.
Fuel, so this is it. We've got to get it down.
Now, do you hit anything, Declan, when you get down to like
1,000 feet.
100 or whatever?
Nope. Just leave it. It should auto land it for you now. You've
Wait.
got Command B in.
It pretty much does it all. Besides,
Yeah. Just do reverse thrust when we touch down. TFM's not reading it now because approach mode is on, unfortunately, but
oh, if you want, do a thing and turn off voice. I'm afraid to do something.
yeah, we'll just leave it.
Minimums.
78 feet ag. Speed light off.
There it goes, flaring.
On ground.
Flight state.
Reverse thrust.
There you go,
137
reverse
knots.
thrust.
NAV1 has local laser.
Stream's
Local laser is
behind,
alive.
so I can't see
Runway
what's
heading
Command A off. Command B off. Breed break out.
173 knots. On ground.
Flaps
NAV1 is
25.
local.
Flaps
See,
30.
laser is alive.
Flaps
TFM
25.
is wrong
Reverse
for saying
idle.
Stuff that
Airborne.
ain't true.
On ground.
That's
NAV1
not
is local
happening.
laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150.
It's saying a bunch of
Airborne.
garbage right now.
173 knots. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is
You hear
alive.
that? Listen
Runway
at
heading
it.
150. Airborne. On ground.
221 knots
NAV1 is local
indicated.
laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150. Airborne.
Oh, it's gonna bounce, I
186
think.
knots. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150. Airborne. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading
193 knots
150.
indicated.
Airborne.
800.
Tokyo airborne
On
again.
ground. NAV1 is local laser.
Flaps
Local
25.
laser is alive. Runway heading 150. Airborne.
It's
194
TFM,
knots.
I think, giving
On
them
ground.
Flaps
a
30.
wrong
NAV1
report.
is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150.
It
Airborne.
did yesterday.
197 knots. On ground.
Maybe.
NAV1 is
Showing
local
your-
laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150.
Let's see.
Airborne. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading
TFM is
Are
150.
you on the
Yeah.
ground?
Airborne.
Let's see, can we do
On ground.
reverse thrust?
NAV1 is local
Yeah.
laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150.
Watch your airspeed.
Airborne. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is
Flaps
alive.
25.
Runway heading 150. Airborne. On ground. NAV1 is local laser.
271 feet ASL.
Local laser is alive.
200.
Runway heading
219.
150. Airborne.
Wind.
It's just like
275 knots.
bouncing
Gusted.
across
On
the
ground.
airport now. or
NAV1
something.
is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading
I think
150.
TFM is,
Airborne.
is
On ground.
saying a bunch
NAV1
of
is
stuff
local
that's
laser.
not happening.
Number
Local
2
laser is
generator
alive.
off.
Descent
Runway heading
checklist.
150. Airborne. On
Pressurization.
ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150. Airborne. On ground.
227 knots
NAV1
indicated.
is local laser. Local laser is alive. Runway heading 150. Airborne.
Let's do
217
something real
knots. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local laser is alive.
189
Runway
knots
heading
indicated.
150.
Speed box row 1
Airborne.
column 2.
On ground. NAV1 is
41.
local laser.
Lockheed Martin
Local laser
register.
is alive.
Lockheed Martin register.
Runway heading
R3D
150.
register V4. Number
Airborne.
2 ignition off.
228 knots. On ground. NAV1 is local laser. Local
Systems
laser
gray
is
list
alive.
dialog. Talking flight
Runway heading
monitor.
150.
Unknown.
Airborne.
TFM country restart R.
221 knots.
About A. Restart.
NAV1
Shutdown
is
S.
local laser.
Restart R.
Local laser is alive.
Shutdown S.
Runway heading 150.
TFM is
On
shutting
ground.
Oh, you're
Down.
gonna restart
Airborne.
it?
Wind to task bar.
It's
Recall.
freaking out. There's no way we're still up in the air.
Auto brakes.
That was a perfect landing. Go over and before we put on brakes all the way. Let's look at TFM. Or FS Airlines, sorry.
Landing data.
Form
Yeah,
1 row
it's
voice
doing
button.
right now.
Maximum like restream. FS Ops 27. Star untitled.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, you do it, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Form 1 row Lockheed Martin. Star untitled. Maximum restream. Chat FS Airlines row 2 col. FS Airlines.
Altimeters.
I'm not sure how you. I'll let you scroll down however
Budget.
you do it to see. if
30
it's-
distant bearing. Parking brake. Divert. Fuel. Current weight 50 and flight. Penalties/events. Penalties/events. Penalties disabled. Landing VS minus 142.
Disabled.
Exit.
See?
Bottom exit.
Negative
Landing
Yeah.
VS minus 142.
Landing
TFM.
negative 142.
Penalties this landing VS minus 142.
I
Penalties
think it's
disabled.
okay.
Yeah,
I think it's alright.
See, TFM did that last night too. It gave me I was landed, but yet it's
That
doing.
looks good.
Did
Penalties/events.
you hear all that shit that TFM was
On
doing?
block. Yeah, I heard it. TFM made it sound like we were going airborne again, but it
Yeah,
looks
like
like
we
a
were
good
still in
landing.
the air.
Of course
Yeah,
it is.
so we're good, dude.
Button. End flight.
Let's go
Divert.
to
End flight button. Rest.
Yeah, let's just end it.
FS Airline.
flight.
Button.
I think
Button.
it was fine. I mean, it was on the it did
Exit
the
button.
auto land,
End flight
so I
button.
don't know,
Next button.
don't know what
Rest.
TFM's doing, but
that twice now. Every time I fly, it does this. I don't know if I need to reinstall or what, but it's not giving me correct data on landing
Set.
at all.
let's have a
Approach briefing.
Did you run make runways?
It wouldn't do that. Even if I hadn't ran make runways, it wouldn't. Like this thing is giving me all kinds of funky reports, Josh. Like it was saying we were still in the air. Then it would say we was on the ground. Then it would say we was in the air. That we was bouncing and all this other.
Airborne on ground. Airborne on ground.
Yeah.
Well, it submitted it, but it's not saying you landed at Anchorage. It's saying you landed
FS Airlines. Button.
Where's it saying you landed? 9AK5.
I wonder if that gave us a penalty.
See
Yeah, I
full
don't
tip.
know.
Why would it?
I mean, it looks like it's stopped now.
I mean, my Navigraph's updated. from what I could tell.
Yeah.
What
Let me
we,
have a look. Where's the landing rate? It's down here. Blah blah blah.
yeah, that was really weird, guys. I don't know. It did this to me last night. I had a really good, successful flight. TFM just reported way just wrong information. I don't get that. Declan, do you still use what we'll do is, guys, I'm gonna have Declan tap to the window because my MBA's being silly. Declan, go to OBS and let's go ahead and end the stream for these guys. And y'all be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff,
Star
and
Untitled
we'll
Note,
talk to
online
you
stream,
soon,
free stream,
okay?
chat row 2, ops 27.2 points, op,
Yeah, that looks
start
alright.
virtual camera.